Yo, what's up, guys? What happened this time? We're gonna just want to talk about something that I saw on Twitter. It was a topic I wanted to talk about for a while now, but now I feel like there's actually an actual reason to do it. This is kind of like an extension off of the whole Smash World Tour Panda Cup arc. It's something I didn't really delve too deep into when I made the video, but I still want to like talk about this. The never-ending saga that is Smash Twitter drama. Alright, let me just tweet out that I went live. Did someone touch a kid? No, actually. Luckily that didn't happen. But this is gonna be more of a laid-back stream. Probably gonna be short as well because I'm gonna watch the NBA Finals. But yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about. Really, just like 2-3 things, but they're important things. So yeah. I found an answer of Hug's reaction if the guy that made the jiggle mod was DMCA'd by Nintendo. He'd just say, glad they got him, but would still find a way to say he's still anti-Nintendo. Yeah, basically. When do you mods get your check? Didn't I give you $20 this week? And then you got it refunded because you said that the Celtics would complete the 3-0 comeback, and then they didn't, Matt. I gave you the money, and you chose to give it back. Like, I don't... Man, we're gonna be talking a lot about money today. Lots of money. Heat in 4, Denver in 6. All right, let's get this over with quickly. So. I was just chilling. I was chilling. Then I pull out my phone. I look at my Discord server, and someone posted an HBox tweet. Now look, HBox, amazing player. You're a great player. One of, if not the greatest players of all time. Honestly, might just straight up be the GOAT. Stuff he's been able to accomplish with a character like Jigglypuff. Amazing. I also think it's cool, even though I think we should stay as far away from crypto as possible. I think it's a good thing that he's bringing in money for the community. I also don't like Fresh Cut, but hey, listen. Take the money, but if Fresh Cut, if they end up going bad or whatever, if they end up being a bad thing for the community, I'm gonna be there in a month, just ready to capitalize with the greatest I told you so of the century, and I'll be eating good for a month. But yeah, I saw this tweet by HBox, who once again, great player, but this I decided, you know, this is something I wanted to talk about for a while, but just never really got around to it. This is once again an extension of the Smash World Tour debacle, and like Nintendo working with events and licensing and that kind of stuff. Let me bring the mic closer. So, yeah. So this guy in this thread talking about how like Nintendo like supports Smash or whatever. He says, you're implying that Nintendo has never supported the Smash community on that end. I think in terms of prize pools, we talked about. Yeah, so the topic was like prize pools, organizing events, stuff that like other companies are doing that Nintendo kind of drops the ball on. They feel. Let me actually move the viewer count over a bit. Never mind. Yeah, they basically say Nintendo has never supported Smash on that end. implying, because here's the thing, Nintendo has supported Smash sort of in their own way, by giving out licenses to these events, because first off, Nintendo has no issue with Smash tournaments. Like, you can run like a Smash tournament outside of in your basement or out of your garage or whatever. They don't have an issue with that. From my understanding, they have an issue with the commercialized aspect of these bigger tournaments, like bringing in all this money, all these sponsors. That's the issue they seem to have, is the commercialized aspects, which is why many sponsors tend to avoid supporting unlicensed events. Like Ludwig has said, like, I can't get these sponsorships because they know that he doesn't have the approval from Nintendo. So yeah, so Nintendo obviously in that regard, yeah, they do support the community because they do dish out licenses to these events. Last year, almost every major tournament was licensed, including events that were not on the Panda Cup. Even earlier this year, Generation Esports, which is some esports org, was able to partner with Nintendo for like a middle school league. It's really just VGBC that doesn't understand how to get these licenses in terms of bigger orgs, and I guess Beyond the Summit as well. I don't think they have licensing. Nintendo ain't gonna C&D Little Timmy's tournament for him and his 4 friends, but I wouldn't be surprised if... No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. It would mainly be like the bigger stuff. So yeah, basically HBox responds. We're gonna read through this whole thing because I think it's interesting. He says, not even trying to roast here because I think most people are ignorant to this, but this is worth saying to remind people. The fact that the average person slash person not in the community doesn't realize this fact always breaks my heart. For those of you seeing this tweet and are unfamiliar, Nintendo has never, not once to any of my memory, added any cash funding to a modern Smash tourney prize pot, apart from Panda Cup, which I'm pretty sure they didn't do. But that's beside the point, which was cancelled due to protest after another grassroots circuit, Smash World Tour, was also shut down by Nintendo a month prior. I've already covered this. There was not a single good reason as to why, like, the rest of Panda shouldn't be allowed to function. If let's pretend that Dr. Allen was guilty of everything everyone was saying, which is likely not true. Even if he was some like evil dude, then just get rid of Allen. Why couldn't you just keep the circuit? Or like at least the company. The entire company was they had to lay off all non-essential staff, all their players, all the team members just gone across all their games, not just Smash, but across all games. They had to lose everybody. Like Esam and Mars and Esam and Mars tried to stay on the roster even after the whole Smash World Tour thing, and they couldn't do it because they got laid off. So yeah. But anyways, he says, okay, Nintendo has never supported Smash, except for this massive circuit where they supported Smash. Like, do people... We had a Nintendo-supported thing. Like, we had a Nintendo-supported thing. We had Panda Cup. And even outside of Panda Cup, we had, like, 4 or 5 licensed events that were not on the Panda Cup. Genesis, Shine... Low Tide City and Riptide. I believe those were all licensed events, and none of them were on the Panda Cup. None of them were on the Panda Cup, but they were all able to get licensing. Now, granted, that's different from obviously what he's talking here with like getting cash funding, but just the permission to get a license, just the permission to have this commercialized activity, getting these sponsors on board, that's huge. The fact that you have the permission to do that, you know, Genesis makes over $350,000 a year. I'm not sure if that's profit or just like their revenue or their income. But $350,000 is a lot of money. You don't get that being grassroots. You don't get that from staying away from Nintendo. And as it turns out, they are licensed by Nintendo. They've been licensed by Nintendo for several years. So clearly, Nintendo's support in this way does benefit the community, even if it's not a cash prize. So I could agree with this in the sense that, yeah, they should probably add more to the prize pool so the players get paid more. But again, like, Dr. Allen was able to accomplish that with his circuit. he was able to get, what was it, $150,000 prize pool, and it was going to grow over time. He got $2 million in sponsorships, and he could use that to support the events on the circuit, add to the prize pool, etc. He was able to get the money because he was licensed by Nintendo. That's where the support comes from. Maybe not directly, like they give you money, but the rights to like make money off of their IP to profit off of that. How is that not valuable? How is that not like a good thing that you'd want to have? And all these events last year had it, and some have historically had it, like Genesis. Like, as you say, VGBC shot themselves in the foot. Those are the only. Let me move chat up. Those were the only guys that weren't able to secure the license. Hold on. Okay. Chat box. Let me move the counter over like here. Alright. Alright, that looks better. Yeah, VGBC is the only. They're the only company that failed to get a license, or at least the biggest one. When they applied for a license, they got rejected. And they got rejected because they didn't follow the health and safety protocol. Because their security team left an hour, as Gimmer put it, their security team left an hour before the end of the event, and it allowed a banned player or spectator to re-enter the tournament, and they took no responsibility for that. They played the victim in that situation, and now they're never going to work with Nintendo again. If you want to learn more, you can watch my Smash World Tour video. But yeah, that's the basic gist. Yeah, anyone can get a license. I don't know obviously I don't run events, so I don't know how difficult it is to obtain a license, but it's possible. Everyone was able to do it last year. So I don't see why that doesn't count as support for the community. Even like, obviously, again, if they're not I guess they're not directly adding to the cash prize, but Alan got $2 million. Alan got $2 million of sponsorships. He got Panda Express, some like Peanuts company. He was able to get everyone on board. So, look. Now, I think you could argue that the whole process to get a license is maybe unnecessary if it's difficult, or the fact that you have to go through all these hoops. But looking at it from Nintendo's perspective, I don't fault them for having that sort of stance that you have to go through them to get like a license to commercialize your event, or to get like sponsors and stuff, because I'd understand why, as a company like Nintendo, if you want to keep this like sort of, I guess, family friendly brand, like that, you'd want to limit like and control what sponsors do and don't appear on stream, because I think it'd be a really big issue for Nintendo, or they'd have a big issue with, say, like Ludwig, if he hosted a Smash event and ran like a Fansly ad on it. Like if there was just a Smash stream on Twitch and it was having like ads that Nintendo's like, wait a minute, we don't want this being shown with Smash Bros. So I could see why they would want to control this stuff. And when you get a license, there are like guidelines that you have to follow. So there is direct like corporate oversight. Obviously there's the health and safety guidelines that we mentioned, but there's other stuff, like other restrictions that people have talked about, like, hey, this puts restrictions on your events, etc. So I could understand Nintendo saying, yeah, like, we have no issue with the events, but if you're going to be running like ads and getting sponsors, you should get permission from us to do so. Realistically, do you think the Smash community will ever figure their shit out and be able to hold giant tournaments like Riot does with League and Valorant and Valve? I think they could if they just decided, because first of all, there's like two sides to the community. There's the one side that's like, we need money in this community. We want to take Smash esports to the next level. But then there's the other side of the community that's like, nah, we gotta stay mainly Melee. Like, yeah, we gotta stay grassroots. Get Nintendo out of here. Their involvement was terrible. It's scary. We hate Nintendo. We don't want them in the community. So that's step one. Like, first of all, deciding, do we want to partner with Nintendo? Do we want to work with them? Do we want them in the community? Because there are people like the Crimson Blur who just say, no, we don't want to work with Nintendo. There are people like what's his name, Aiden Calvin, who are like, we're boycotting any Nintendo licensed event, and then he's at Genesis. But yeah, I think Nintendo can only help this. Yeah, the only issue is like with Melee, because Melee's an old game that you need to mod in order for it to be like playable at high level, and Nintendo's like, yeah, no mods. So there's that. Do you think HBox has a god complex? I don't think so. Alright, let's continue reading this. So, stuff about Panda Cup. Once again, there was no reason Panda had to be shut down. No reason Panda had to be shut down. But I digress. If they have, it was likely for a much smaller scale or something far less significant that left my memory. Okay. They've held their own tourneys and invitationals, which I myself was invited to and competed in twice, but mainly for the promotion of their own game. First place was often a trophy or licensed merchandise, but never any money for the talented player that managed to come out on top. Okay, I guess, fair. They have sponsored events, which to my knowledge consisted of providing setups, advertising, or booths where you could play the upcoming titles, again, promotion for themselves, and again, they also give out licenses, which allow these tournaments to make money in the first place. Allows Genesis to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let me actually pull up the clip where the Crimson Blur. I actually want to pull this up because I don't want to just... Because I don't want people to be like, act like I'm just pulling out some random number when I say that Genesis made $350,000. Oh, it's on Kadorn's channel. I forgot. Alright. Alright. Let me find...
Okay, Edwin, let's not get out of control. It is something to be said that they might have that much...
Alright, so this is the quote. Let me mute the music. Alright, this is what was said on Blur's stream.
So, like buying the Genesis and the big houses and etc. You offer $350K to buy Genesis? Yeah, exactly. Like Bobak is confirming in chat.
So Dr. Allen offered Bobak and Sheridan $350,000 to essentially buy Genesis for the Panda Cup.
So, when he says...
And then he says... Here, also okay.
Also, $350K for Genesis. Don't you guys make more in revenue in 1 year than $350K? Yeah, you do. How does that make sense? How? Depends on the year, right? But like, you know, in general. It's my day job, bro. You're looking at it. I sit in this chair. I chill out.
He says it.
I don't do shit. It's dope. Okay, Edwin, let's not get out of control. It is something to be said that they might have that much revenue, but they don't have that much profit. So maybe you can evaluate Genesis's like roll-up value to their like next 5-year event, next 5 years expected profit. That could potentially be a way of calculating how much their event's worth, but I think you would still end up with a number higher than $350K.
Their event, so they make more than $350K per event because of a Nintendo license. So to act like Nintendo's doing absolutely nothing to support these events, like clearly the license is doing something if you're able to make that much money, because you don't get that much money selling t-shirts, you don't get that much money from registration. Like I don't know. Alright, let's read the rest of this. But unfortunately, came at the cost of not being able to use any modded versions of any game at all, and even muting certain in-game songs because the license wasn't cleared. Commentators weren't even allowed to wear shirts with the logo. This is what I was talking about, how this would affect Melee, because Melee, you obviously have to have stuff like UCF, UCF at a minimum, but then if you want to do stuff like Frozen Stadium, which a lot of events are doing now, because FD isn't a very good starter stage, and Unfrozen Stadium's jank. But the point is, you kind of need mods to play Melee, especially nowadays with this whole controller debacle. If you can't use mods, then that kind of turns Melee into pay to win, because then you have to do stuff on the hardware side. Only 350k in 1 year is what Blair said. Oh, what's up, Jarami? What's the main drama here? Just talking about like Smash events and Nintendo support for them. Because what HBox was saying here is how like Nintendo doesn't directly support the prize pots, which is true. I'm gonna just take his word for it, but at the same time, like getting a license for these events does help these events in terms of acquiring sponsorships, which helps them make like a good amount of money as well, able to support their events. Because Dr. Allen was able to get $2 million worth of sponsorships for a circuit because he was licensed by Nintendo, and those sponsors literally said like, hey, we would not be doing this if Nintendo wasn't involved. So clearly, while yes, it's not, maybe they're not supporting Smash in the same way that say Capcom would support Street Fighter, there's still support for there still is support for the Smash community in that regard, because almost every major event last year was licensed, including events that were not, I'm repeating myself, but including events that weren't on the Panda Cup. There were tons of major events that were licensed. Like Genesis was licensed. Genesis has historically been licensed. Shine was licensed last year, Riptide, and I think Low Tide City was as well. Those 4 events were not on the Panda Cup, and they were licensed by Nintendo. And then you have the ones that were licensed, like that were on the Panda Cup, like Big House, CEO, Gommel. There's probably more that I'm forgetting. And then you have Generation Esports, which is some esports org, was able to partner with Nintendo earlier this year for their own like middle school league. So clearly, the license helps these events like get money, and events are able to, lots of events and lots of orgs were able to obtain license for their events. Like, it's really just VGBC and Smash World Tour, and I guess Beyond the Summit as well, and some other orgs probably. But yeah. Alright, where were we? Alright, we were talking about mods and how you need UCF for Melee. So yeah, I could kind of understand why Melee wouldn't want to partner with Nintendo, because again, not being able to use UCF, Frozen Stadium, etc. I could understand that, because you kind of need that, because otherwise the controller debacle would just become all hardware side, like actual modding the actual controller itself or getting a box, and that kind of turns the game into pay to win. Dude, a fob is like $500, and if it moves an inch, it breaks. Like, I don't want to be living in that world. Even though I'm not like a top player, I don't want to. Like, if the viewership aspect, if the product that we're watching is worse because of the controller debacle from not being able to use software mods, I could understand why Melee wouldn't want to partner with Nintendo. But other than that, like, I really don't see why. Yeah, I really don't see, at least for Ultimate, why they wouldn't want to partner with Nintendo. But I don't know. Instead, when certain events didn't meet their criteria, they actively tried to shut down events with cease and desist clauses sent to organizers like Big House Online, or tried to prevent the event live streaming its Smash portion, EVO 2013, until a massive outcry from their fan base and horrible PR caused them to overturn their position. So, at EVO 2013, the Smash community raised like almost $100,000 for breast cancer awareness to get their event shown at EVO. or get their game shown at Evo as an event. And then Nintendo basically said, hey, you can't stream this. But because the Smash community like fought back, as well as, you know, they raised $100,000 for breast cancer, and then you're gonna shut down the stream. That's kind of like a dickhead move. So Nintendo did overturn the decision after a few hours, but yeah. So he's basically saying how they shut down Big House because of mods. They shut down Evo, but they overturned it. And I think they also Ninja tried to add money to the Evo prize pool, but they shut that down as well. Which again, I get why they would do something like that. Doesn't necessarily mean I agree completely, but I get why they'd want you to, you know, get their permission first, or get a license from them in order to, you know, get these sponsorships or add money to your event. Because essentially, if you're not doing that, like if you're not going to Nintendo to get the permission to get the license, you're essentially selling their IP without their permission, selling it to sponsors without their permission. So yeah. And then mods, you know, Nintendo doesn't like mods. So I think shutting down shutting down the Big House Online was dumb. I don't agree with it. I also understand why they would want to. But actually no, I don't, because Melee's like what, 20 years old? Like, people pirating the game. Okay. It's a 20-year-old game. Unless they have plans to remake it for Switch, or like remake Melee, I don't see why pirating Melee, why they would care so much. I mean, I mean, at the same time, at this point, you should know, like, Nintendo is extremely litigious when it comes to their IP. So, but at the same time, it's like, come on, dude. Yeah, Smash World Tour in terms of Smash World Tour, they did not meet health and safety, that criteria. Like, when your security left Double Down an hour early and let a banned spectator get back into the event, and then you make a statement like denying everything, or denying that you did anything wrong, and saying like, oh, blame this YouTuber, he broke into our event. Oh, how did he get in? Oh, our security left an hour early. Oh, don't write that in the statement. Don't write that in the statement, dude. Yeah, so like Smash World Tour literally did not meet the health and safety standard, and just in general, there's like a health and safety issue in the community. So it's like I could kind of side with the community when it comes to like Nintendo not allowing mods, or like the Big House Online. I would side with the community over Nintendo on that, not over the health. When your security leaves an hour early during the biggest event of the night, which is Ultimate Grands, I have to side with Nintendo as to why they wouldn't want to work with VGBC. Also, from stuff I've seen, like behind the scenes, I would not want to work with Gimmer ever. So yeah. Clearly there is truth to this, but I don't necessarily think I think on a case-by-case basis, sometimes Nintendo's right. And then other times I think they're just wrong. Or they're wrong, but I could understand why they would do something. And then there's other stuff. Yo, franchise hacks is trying to steal your viewers. Oh, is Coinbox happening right now? Oh yeah, Coinbox is... Was it today or Tuesday? What day is Coinbox? When is Coinbox? I don't think it's Coinbox today. Coinbox is Tuesdays, right? Tuesday? Yeah. Alright, to this day, I'll hold my ground on this topic. It just doesn't make any sense when almost every other major developer does this for their competitive scenes. I believe it's just a massive tone deafness in the company culture. Maybe not Nintendo of America, but for certain Nintendo Japan, who makes the final call at the end of the day. Yeah, I've heard that like Nintendo Japan is kind of archaic with how they do things, and that Nintendo of America genuinely wants to support Smash. Because the way I see it is that Nintendo doesn't necessarily want to support Smash. I don't think they have an issue with doing it. Because obviously they dished out licenses left and right last year, but I don't think they have an issue with supporting the Smash community. And I think if more organizations and TOs tried, they could get licenses. And again, the licenses do help these events. There's just such a massively missed opportunity here. It's been decades and it's nonsensical. And it's the reason whenever I have a platform to remind everyone about it. Oh, that's just the end. That's not how you write sentence. You don't start a sentence with "and" like this. And it's nonsensical. That's the sentence. And it's the okay. But yeah. Imagine releasing skins for the game and taking just 5% of the revenue from those sales and putting it into an end-of-the-year spectacle like the International, a multi-million-dollar event. It would be groundbreaking. Yeah, that would be cool. That would have been similar to the, maybe not multi-million dollars, but, you know, it would have been cool, like the Panda Cup eventually could grow to that point. But we had to kill that off because we were mad, apparently. I still don't get why Panda had to die. I really don't get why we couldn't just remove Alan, or like have Alan step down and then be like, yeah, instead of putting everything on Panda, because most of the people at Panda had no clue about what was going on. Like, I talked to them, all they knew was like, yeah, Alan was trying to get events to join the circuit, and they were saying no. That's all they knew, is that Alan was failing these business calls. So realistically, why should they remove their CEO and founder over just business calls that didn't work out, you know? That, from their perspective, from Panda's perspective. It just feels weird, because none of the TOs reached out to Panda. None of them, or anyone else from Panda. It was just, they waited for an opportunity to just bring them down. That's what sucks about this whole thing, is that this could have probably all been avoided if BTS and all those smaller events, like Bobak and Sheridan, I think Aaron of Riptide as well, just all those TOs that like backed up Smash World Tour, like if they had just reached out to the rest of Panda to be like, yo, what's going on with Alan? Like, he's being kind of, like, they just stayed away from Panda as a whole instead of, they should have stayed away from Alan specifically if they wanted to stay away from anyone, if they felt like Alan was threatening their events or whatever. The Smash World Tour was the Smash World Tour, like, document, that was just a massive hit piece. Like, I swear they released that with the intent to take down Panda, because there's no other reason why you would mention them when they have when you acknowledged in like later statements that they had nothing to do with your situation. That when you're like, we're not accusing them with sabotaging our relationship with Nintendo, but we're also gonna question why he never addressed the Smash World Tour 2023 getting shut down. Like, in one of their let me actually pull this up. It's so dumb, because it's like they're implying that Alan shut them down without explicitly saying it, and like saying, well, we never said that, right? But, you know, okay, is this it? Yeah, this is it. So he says here, they say, to reiterate, we never claimed in any of our statements that Panda undermined Smash World Tour's relationship with Nintendo, but rather that Panda undermined our relationship with the tournament organizers who repeated. Yeah, Alan was saying they would get shut down after they announced, and that it prevented them from getting tournaments on their circuit. So even here, they're admitting, like, hey, Panda had nothing to do with we never said that Panda shut us down. But then here, they say he never addresses the entirety of, like, you're saying, okay, so if you're arguing that, hey, we never said that he shut us down, but he should address why we got shut down. Like, you see why this is clearly, like, BS, right? There's no way you could say this and then also say this in the same statement. Like, we never said he shut us down, but he should respond to us getting shut down. All right, if he has to do this, if he would have to address wait, what was this? Oh wait, this is when they shut down their own events because they were scared, or like they lost money, or they were scared of Nintendo. So they're saying, okay, he never addresses the entirety of the 2023 Smash World Tour being canceled, or the issues VGBC is facing with their own individual events. Why would he address this if you're also saying we never accused him of this? Yeah, Alan definitely screwed up, but VGBC using Alan as a scapegoat is exactly. Alan was not perfect. Alan did mess up, and he went about creating the circuit the wrong way, and he made mistakes along the way. A lot of TOs felt threatened by like his words and conduct, whatever was actually said, and whatever his intentions were. We don't know. But at the end of the day, if people felt threatened, if people said, hey, we really don't want to join your circuit, you can't. That's just how it is. That's just kind of how it is. You messed up, and you have to own it. But at the same time, there's no reason for him to be brought up in this document. So yeah. Anyways, the original point I was making is, if Smash World Tour is going to mention Dr. Allen in their statement, right, in their original post, like, oh, we're shutting down, if you're going to mention Panda in the statement at all, if you're also going to say that if you're also claiming that he never, like, undermined your relationship with Nintendo, then why are you mentioning them at all? Like, you're mentioning it on behalf of the TOs who felt like threatened and stuff. But like, those TOs never reached out to like the rest of Panda to be like, yo, what's going on with Alan? Or any of that. So it's clear they didn't actually care. Like, it's pretty clear. Like, yeah. It was clearly like a hit piece. And they all lay in bed together, like with the same like deals and sponsorships and stuff, so they all have motive to want to work together like this. Then Ludwig Ludwig and Critical, and they'll never address the fact that, because if you're going to make a video like, oh, Nintendo shut down Smash World Tour for no reason, like health and safety, that's just a dumb reason. I think it's important to also mention that there is a health and safety problem in the community, and Smash World Tour was part of that problem, and that's why they got shut down. So yeah, okay, and the funniest part, they probably all know who I am, and they probably hate me over there for constantly speaking up about it. But the irony is, I'm only trying to help the executives realize just how much good they could do for the community if they embrace the scene in the same way Capcom embraced Street Fighter, or Epic embraced Fortnite. Anyway, just posting this for knowledge, and helping others understand. Nintendo, when you want to finally do things right, I'm ready to help. Okay, again. Yeah, so again, obviously, I'm gonna just take his word for it once again, and assume that Nintendo does not directly contribute to the prize pools. That doesn't mean they don't support the community. Because the power of getting a license for commercialized activity and getting sponsorships. I mean, Dr. Allen got $2 million. That's all I have to really say. Dr. Allen got $2 million. Genesis got 350K each year. Wait, was it each year? Let me make sure that it's each year and not. Where is it? Just want to make sure that it. Yeah, 350. He says also 350K for Genesis. Don't you guys make more in revenue in 1 year? Yeah, so Genesis, Panda. Clearly, the license does help these events. Yeah, Genesis has historically been a licensed event many times throughout its history. It's not even like just last year. It's I'm not sure about this year, probably, I'd assume. But even before the pandemic, they were licensed pretty much every year. Either 3 or 4 was the first year they got licensed. So yeah. So again, even though they're not directly like adding to the prize pools, just having a license is still that's support. That is support. Like, come on, dude. Then he says this, like, I don't think this is how like business works, especially with Nintendo. I don't think you just at them on Twitter and say, yo, trying to run a 6 Smash event, let me know if you're interested. It's like part of this is also like VGBC and like these Smash community figurettes. They're so childish. Like your business deals and your business talks fell through, so you start making twit-longers like begging for them to work with you again. That's that's kind of pathetic if you really think about it. How many big events are licensed? Last year, every event on the Panda Cup was licensed, but even events that were not. Like you had Genesis, Shine, Riptide, Low Tide City. Gommel was on the Smash World Tour and the Panda Cup, that was licensed. Big House was on Panda Cup, that was licensed. CEO was on Panda Cup and that was licensed. That's like 7 events off the top of my head. And then earlier this year, Generation Esports was able to partner with Nintendo for like a middle school league for like three games, not just Smash, but Splatoon and Mario Kart. And they're not even a big entity in the Smash community. So yeah, not only do the licenses help these events, but many of these events have gotten licensed, so it's not even like a reserved thing for like just some people. So that's kind of like the next question, is do you want Nintendo in the community in the first place? Because there are people like Blur who say no, we don't want them in the community, and then they complain when there's no money. So it's it's just weird, because when people say like, oh, Smash community runs their event, like Ludwig literally just lied in one of his videos during Smash World Tour when he said, Smash community does their thing, Nintendo does their thing, and we don't mix. That's just not true. That's just not true. Genesis has historically been licensed by Nintendo. I'm pretty sure Shine and Big House as well. When HBox talks about Nintendo not supporting the community, he means on a historical timeline from when people were trying to run tournaments or get spots in esports orgs like MLG. Okay, here are my 2 arguments for that. One, I feel like that was either for one of 2 reasons. Either A, those orgs fumbled the negotiations, like Smash World Tour, and like did something that upset Nintendo, or Nintendo was like, no, we don't want to work with you, or B, Nintendo has changed their stance. Because sure, in the past there have been multiple chances for these orgs to make these Nintendo Smash circuits or Smash events or whatever, and Nintendo said no. But last year everyone got licensed. So like, how are you? So either those companies back then, like I'm pretty sure like Red Bull wanted to run like their own circuit or whatever, either those companies messed up or Nintendo had a change of heart. But either way, in modern present day 2023, getting Nintendo support is more than feasible. Everyone's been able to do it last year. So yeah, anyways, I was saying that there are people in the community who want to push out Nintendo and then get upset when there's not enough money in the community, and then they turn to stuff like Fresh Cut or Coinbox or Coinbase. Okay, I'm not singling out HBox, those were just the first two examples that came to mind. But like, yeah, it's always Ludwig. Like Red Bull I know has been sponsoring events for forever. But yeah, do we want Nintendo in the community? Because again, there are people who don't. I think the obvious answer is yes, and that we should just take the necessary steps to work with Nintendo to maybe make a circuit like Panda Cup, or just have licenses for your individual events. I think a circuit would be cool. Having multiple circuits would be cool, which we could have had if VGBC wasn't inept and actually followed their health and safety protocols. Franchise confirmed HBox hater. Nah, I actually like HBox. I think he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest players to ever play Melee. Yeah, and I think he's overhated. I think people hate him for dumb reasons. There are obviously legitimate reasons to dislike him. But a lot of it's very overblown. So yeah, all right. The next thing we need to talk about, and this might let me change perspective here. Grassroots Smash needs to die. It just has to. There's no other alternative. This is the only alternative. Grassroots Smash needs to die. We can't continue like this. We can't continue where we're like, oh, we want Nintendo support, but no, we don't, and we're split on this. No, we need Nintendo support. This isn't a question. This is an answer. All right, we need Nintendo support. Obviously, stuff like locals and those smaller events. Obviously, those we still need. I think are still good. They will always exist. Online tournaments will always exist, and those are grassroots. Obviously, it's 2023. If Smash as an esport, like if they want to go from here to here, you need Nintendo. You can't stay grassroots. Look at Genesis. I need to say this. Genesis is not grassroots. Genesis is not grassroots anymore. They were back like 10 years ago, or like in 2011 or whenever the first few Genesis happened, but not anymore. They are not a grassroots event anymore. They're not grassroots. When you make that much money, when you're that big of a household name in like esports for like Smash, you're not grassroots anymore. At that point, you just made it. Because you're licensed, you're obviously, because with the license comes like different restrictions and like guidelines that you have to follow. So there's clearly Nintendo is imposing control over the event. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, as we previously mentioned, per year. $350,000 each year, about. Or more than that, according to Blur, and I think Bobak was in his chat. And then they get like 50,000 concurrent viewers, or however many. They have thousands of people in attendance. Like, that's not grassroots. Grassroots is Nightclub. That's grassroots. That's a grassroots event. Verdugo, that's grassroots. Genesis is not grassroots. Not anymore, at least. It was, but now it's built itself up to a point that it's no longer grassroots. And it can, and events the size of Genesis, or even just like half its size, like, you should not be running on a grassroots basis. That's why VGBC is just a bad business model, because you're running these massive events with almost 2,000 people with no Nintendo support. Like, why do you think Shine is is ending after this year? This is the last Shine. Why do you think Big House, not Big House, Beyond the Summit, why do you think they had to shut down? Because remaining at this, let's stay away. We have to partner with Nintendo. There's no in between on this. There's no other option. There's no other alternative if you want to succeed. You need to accept that, hey, Nintendo might be difficult to work with, but we have to do it, and if we do it, there are clear-cut benefits to the community. Like, oh no, we can't use UCF, we can't use... Which, first of all, we still run UCF. Nintendo licensed events still use mods. So, it's not even that, like, big of an issue. Like, we still run mods at, like, Genesis, at these bigger events, so I don't get why that's, like, a point people bring up. It's... like, if you want Nintendo to support your events, prove to Nintendo that you can run good events. VGBC couldn't do it. Alan did. Alan got he got a license. He didn't get Nintendo to directly contribute to the prize pool, but still, you have to prove to Nintendo that you're worth supporting in the first place. Yo, what happened? Oh, I just wanted to talk about, like, Smash and grassroots and, Nintendo support and that kind of stuff. Something I wanted to talk about for a while. Didn't really delve too much into it in the Smash World Tour vid, so yeah. That's what happened. Yo, what happened? Just a random commenter. No one of note. No, but yeah, that's kind of it. HBox was going off about how Nintendo never supports Smash events, even though they licensed every Smash event last year. Because he was saying, like, oh, they don't directly contribute to the prize pool or whatever. But it's like they still contribute by licensing events. Enjoy the stream, OG? Hey. This is like triple Tech Live. This is the real stream. This is the real live stream for Smash Drama. But yeah, that's basically it. Just Smash at this level cannot sustain itself grassroots-wise. We need to partner with Nintendo and acquire licensing and that kind of stuff. I'll do unspeakable things to you. Alright, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we need money from Nintendo, or from sponsors, so we get licensed, partner with Nintendo, yeah. And then deal with whatever negative repercussions that may have. Which I'm pretty sure is not that many, and that it's really overblown. Because people talk about, like, oh, there's so many restrictions on my event. Oh no, it's probably not even that bad. It's probably not... Because one of the biggest things Nintendo has said is, like, yeah, the biggest thing we're worried about is mods, and a lot of these licensed events still run mods. It's like... Yeah. Who's this Technicals and why is he here? I don't know. He's some guy who hates women. Nah, I'm kidding. He's the mentor. He's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Yoda, the Master Yoda, if you will. Yeah, it's a Nintendo game. That's kind of just how it is. It's their IP, and they want to have a say in how it's being used, which I can understand to an extent. Not in every case, but again, on a case-by-case basis. I understand why they'd want to control how their IP is being used. Controller fix mods. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about. Melee wins 6 characters. That's just not even true. I don't get why Calster's still on this, like, you're still on this whole Melee only has like 2 viable characters when like 8 characters win tournaments. So I don't know what you're talking about there. But anyways, what's with the Smash community? Let me actually pull up Leffen's channel, because this is a perfect representation of like what I'm talking about. It's like perfectly encapsulates everything about oh, that's funny. Alright, get ready. How Nintendo killed the Smash scene. Nintendo just keeps getting worse. Leffen reacts to Sephiroth coming to Smash Ultimate. It's like, Nintendo sucks. I can't believe Nintendo. We have to boycott Nintendo. Oh my god, Sephiroth and Smash. Dude, these guys have like the maturity of a child, but the memory of a goldfish. So they will... I don't think they can... They're smart enough. Like, they see Smash World Tour get shut down, and they're like, oh my god, and then they just go like crab mentality and get Panda to like implode as well. And I don't think they have the intelligence to realize what they did to themselves, and that they're like, wow, it really sucks that we don't have, we need more money in the community. We need Nintendo support. We need Nintendo support. And it's like, dude, you had that, and then you got rid of it because you didn't want it, and now you're like, oh, we need Nintendo support again. Like, Nintendo sucks. We need to boycott Nintendo. We cannot support Nintendo. It keeps getting worse. They're trying to kill the Smash scene, and then reacts to Sephiroth and Smash. Sephiroth has boss phases and Smash. What's this? Yeah, Nintendo shut down Ultimate Only event. Out of place, Sephiroth. Sephiroth is out now. Whatever happened to Nintendo sucks. What else is there? That's basically it. Yeah, it's like the Smash community went from, oh, the Big House Online got shut down, this is terrible. Oh, now more news comes out that they're like hindering the Smash community. Sephiroth drops. It's like they forgot all of that to react to... let me see HBox's channel, because he probably did the same thing. He probably did the exact same thing, where he was like, or he uploads way too much. Pretty sure Cosmos made a video script about that. Like, did he upload a video, or is he like teasing a video? And if so, could you like link me that in chat? Alright, could you just drop that in a... If you could drop it in chat so we could watch it, that'd be good. Alright, so... Where is it? I gotta find this. Wait, let me just... do this. Why can't you, like... Oh my god. I have to scroll through all these videos, because he uploads, like, every 5 minutes. It's just so funny how they're like, yeah, Nintendo sucks, and then they just forget that when a new character drops. That's all they have to do. I think the only one that's been, like, uber disciplined, if you can even call it that, in their, like, anti-Nintendo stance is Hugs. And he... Nintendo won E3. We also have to be like, yeah, Nintendo sucks. But also be like, oh no, Nintendo needs to support us. I think we're close. Oh, there's hacks, money. Are we too far back? Xbox reacts to DLC. Nintendo has reached a new low. And then Nintendo has stopped charity and etiquette's name. I'm pretty sure Nintendo was like correct in this situation. Supporting Smash, well, Nintendo won't. Reacts to DLC. Sephiroth and Smash Bros. Confirmed. It's just... It's like, do you want Nintendo to support the community or not? That's like question number one. And that's not even a question, because the answer should be, yes, let's get Nintendo to support the community. And no, like, if, ands, or buts about it. And then, second is actually taking the necessary steps to partner with them. Like what Alan did, what, all those other TOs did in Generation Esports. Like, it's clearly a thing you can do. I'm not gonna say it's easy, even though everyone was able to do it last year, basically. Or at least all the major tournaments. But it's a thing that you can do, is get licensed. And that does support your event. It does help your event. Because again, Dr. Allen got $2 million. So yeah, that's basically it. I might do streams like this and then like chop it up into a video. I think that would be interesting. If there's something like a topic I want to talk about that I don't want to dedicate a full video to, I might do that instead of making the video. Franchise, look at Discord. What'd you do now, Calster? A guy named the Electric Undergod wrote a doc. What is this? I don't read this another day. So I'm probably gonna end stream now because I'm gonna watch basketball. Oh, what the? Oh, I see Calster. Alright, what is this? Let's watch this.
What's up, Gimmer Nation? It's me, the Gimmer, and today we have some big announcements. Me and Apostle, we have been working on some big things. Now, I gotta address the elephant in the room before we start. My voice sounds different because I'm actually sick right now. Yeah, apparently I caught a disease called COVID-47. I think 19 was too little. Fortunately, this disease only affects my voice and nothing else. So I look fine. I look good. Don't worry, guys. I'm not.
How are you gonna play Minecraft in the video and it's not even Java edition? Come on, Calster. How you're playing Minecraft and it's not even Java edition? Come on, you gotta be better, dude.
Not going anywhere. So yeah, what are these big announcements that I have come to make? Well, me and Apostle, we have been working on something really big. So big, in fact, this will blow Smash World Tour out of the waters. You ready for this? We're making a Smash Brothers circuit. I know, me and Apostle, we both love Smashing Brothers, so it has to be a Smash Brothers tournament. And I'm just really ready to do another one. This time, we're not calling it the Smash World Tour. We're calling it something better. Tour Smash World. I know. It's crazy. Apostle came up with it all on his own. We're not going to go to Nintendo for help.
Where'd the gravel
we did that
go?
Last time. Didn't really work out. We're not going to go to Nintendo for help this time. We did that last time. Didn't really work out. We ended up accidentally taking down another big company. Emphasis on the accidentally. This time we're going to go to someone who has probably more knowledge of Smash Bros. Than Nintendo. The one and only Liquid Hungry Box. I know.
Did you record this like just now? Like just now make this video?
It's crazy. We were actually able to work with Liquid Hungry Box to make a Smash World Circuit. I can't believe this shit. And guess what? He not only helped us, he gave us $3 whole to run it. I know, we'll finally be able to pay our security team. It's so good.
Dude, fresh cut. Fresh cut just gave him a fresh cut.
That's our first announcement.
That's
our first announcement. Our second announcement is that we have an issue. We've taken down Panda. Beyond the Summit, they went down after Panda, so we're just going to claim ownership of that company going down.
What happened to accidentally?
That we see left is Moist. So if anyone has any ideas on how to take down Ludwig, Critical, or just Moist in general, please hit me up in my Twitter DMs or post a comment in my the comment section below. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Very important. And finally,
yo, dude, you forgot the tree. You went to chop down the tree, but you forgot the tree.
God, this is something that me and Apostle have wanted to do for so long. You guys have no idea how long we wanted to do this. We have successfully started a Minecraft Let's Play channel. I know, it's crazy, right? We are going to be uploading one Minecraft video every 2 hours. That's right, 12 videos a day, 7 days a week. This is fucking insane. And
he's planting the seeds. This is grassroots Smash. He's planting the seeds for something great.
Channel will be called Gimmer and Apostle Play the Miner Game. I know, it's a great name.
Game.
I couldn't have come up with it myself, which is why I asked Buzz what I should call it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to like the video.
I'm gonna like the video.
Put a comment in
subscribe.
the comment section so I can boost my algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the Minecraft Let's Play channel as we are dropping 50 videos in the next 3 minutes, and I will see you guys at my next Smash event. If you don't bring a sign.
That was a good video, Calcer. That was a solid video. I'm excited for this next VGBC circuit. We'll see how it plays out. So yeah, that's basically it. Um, yeah. I wanted to talk about, just go more in depth onto like the whole Nintendo supporting events. What a license actually does for events, because I didn't really talk about that much in my Smash World Tour video. I feel like a lot of people may not have understood that part. Uh, so I just wanted to. I felt like this was a good time to cover it. Um, so yeah, probably gonna chop this up into like a video, like a stream highlights video, because I'm too lazy to make like an actually scripted and edited video. I'd rather just go live and talk about it, and I could also answer questions. I think this would be better. I could make this a series. What do you guys think? Should I do a series like that where we just um talk on stream and then edit it? And oh, what's the new drama? Uh, ba Basically just like talk about how Nintendo support for Smash events, or as HBox says, like lack thereof, because HBox is basically saying that Nintendo doesn't directly contribute to the prize pool at these events, but giving a license out helps you get sponsors and extra money. Like Alan got $2 million, or the sponsors. So getting a license, like Nintendo granting TOs licenses, helps the TOs with money and like bringing in funding for the community. And then obviously like like a good chunk of the TOs last year, or the major TOs last year got licenses. That's the basic gist. Um, I wanted to talk about this more. Like this is kind of like an extension of the whole Smash World Tour arc. The video I made, if you haven't seen that. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me. What do you guys think? Would you guys be? We're on a different tab. Would you guys be interested in content like that, where I just upload like stream highlights of these types of rambles, I guess? Where like if there's a topic that I don't want to make necessarily dedicate a whole video to, like I could do a stream and then like edit the VOD. What do you guys think? How does that count as drama? I mean, listen, it's let's not question any of the details here. Let's not get too deep into things. But it's also like an extension of the whole Smash World Tour, Panda Global, Dr. Allen thing. One question from your new subscribers, Detective Tech on the case. I mean, he's doing what he does. He hasn't been playing Overwatch, so that's good. Hopefully he's making a video. I mean, chill. He's so close to 100K. We got to get him to 100K. Let's see how close is he. It's like what? 2.5K away. Would you be cool with Tech making a Leffen vid? Of course. I think he is actually. Tech is working on something on Gimmer. Oh yeah, because what happened was there was this guy in the MDVA scene who like before the whole like July 2020 stuff. Before that, he accused Senpai, Wadi, and Gimmer of like misconduct or pedophilia or whatever, or Gimmer of rape, but Senpai and Wadi of like pedophilia. Way before, yeah, Hero Killer. Way before, not way, but like months before they all got canceled or whatever. And people kind of like ignored it or laughed it off because he was like a terrible dude or whatever, or like kind of crazy. And then Senpai, Puppet came out against Senpai. Squirk came out against Wadi. So now I'm we were like, okay, we need to look into this Gimmer stuff. Because if this dude knew something about like what was going on in MDVA with these people, then oh boy. Because at first it was like, oh, this guy's crazy, but then he's 2 for 2. And based off of what I've seen, I personally would side with the Gimmer's probably guilty. But again, it's too early. I've only seen like one thing to suggest that. All I'm saying is it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Gims. I don't think the Gims is gonna win. Oh, you're a new subscriber? And thanks, dude. Appreciate it. See, honestly, I think we can. I think we could hit 20K. Let's hit 20K before Tech hits 100K. What happened to Gimmer? Oh, he was accused of rape like a few years ago. But it kind of just nobody paid attention to it because it came from a guy that was kind of crazy. But that same dude at the same time also accused Senpai and Wadi, and then those two got nailed. So you never know. Alright, so that's basically the stream. That's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't turn on my music. Turn my music back on. Oh no, it auto-paused. Dang. And this is why Nintendo won't pay up. Yeah, basically. Did you just join at the end? Yeah. Probably gonna end stream here because I want to watch basketball. I want to watch these finals. I'm pulling Heat in 6. I'm saying it here. Heat in 6. I'm rooting for Jimmy Butler. I'm probably gonna make a Jimmy Butler documentary later this year. I'll edit this into a video. I have another video I have to make. Big case, massive case. A case that could completely destroy the community. Let me put it that way. It's not the Gimmer allegations. And yeah, then after that, it's just gonna be, I don't know, videos. I might do more of these like edited streams where I like stream my rambles and then edit them down. Denver already won? The game hasn't started yet, alright? Jokic is a phenomenal player. Amazing player. Can impact multiple aspects of the game. Great scorer, great facilitator. What is he gonna do against Bam? Nothing. He's gonna score 0 points. 0 points. He's calling it right now. A Jokic will score 0 points tonight against Bam Adebayo. Nothing. It's gonna be Heat in 6. Heat in 6. Nah. You did not. Did you watch him against the Knicks? Did you watch him against Giannis? Did you watch him against that Celtics offense? He was switching on to everyone. He was balling, switching onto the perimeter, guarding Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown can't dribble left. Jason Tatum completely destroyed. Everyone on that Celtics team could not score on Bam. Absolutely not. You're telling me Michael Porter Jr. That's your secret weapon? All right, dude. We'll see. I'm gonna go watch the game. Yeah. Should I stream tomorrow? What would I stream tomorrow? What do you guys want to stream? Just like, I might stream Lego Star Wars. I haven't been playing Melee or Smash at all. I could do Mario Kart with viewers. You guys want? No, I'll do Mario Kart. I haven't done Mario Kart in a while. We should do Mario Kart. Alright. So that'll be the plan. Good end stream here. Mario Kart tomorrow. And some COD? Nah.